guys, it's Jessica from Sloppy Swatches. Today I have the 2015 Winter Holiday Matte Velvet Collection from Zoya. I will try to do a comparison of the similar colors from last year's collection. I have both. Since I love last year's collection so much, I bought these as soon as they were available. So keep that in mind. If you didn't like last year's collection, you may not like these as much as I do. So I'll go ahead and show you how these swatch. I'm going to work from left to right, so I'm going to begin with Aspen. This is the white of the collection. You can't really tell a lot from the bottle, so here is a brush shot. And here is one coat of Aspen on my natural nail. The first coat is going on a little bit sheer. With the mattes, I like to do really thin coats, so I'll let that dry and then come back in for a second coat. These dry insanely fast. Like by the time you're done with the second nail, the first nail is ready to recoat. So here is two coats. It's not completely opaque, so I am going to go back in for a third coat. So here is the third and final coat of Aspen. I really love how this looks wet. It looks almost like fake snow. It's super shiny. It's a very pure white. So that's the third and final coat. Here's a look at the finished matte mani. Here is a matte swatch photo under artificial lighting and a glossy swatch photo under artificial lighting. So next up is Sue. This is the golden color of the collection. It's gorgeous in the bottle. It looks like it glows. So I'll show you a brush shot. And here is one coat of Sue on my natural nail. I do feel like this is the sheerest of the collection, but it builds up pretty nicely. So we'll let that dry and then come back in for a second coat. Alright, here's the second coat of Sue. I can still see quite a bit of nail line, so I am going to come back in for a third coat. And here is the third and final coat of Sue. I feel like the formula on the white and this color were maybe the most difficult to work with just because they were a little bit sheer, but still not bad. And you have plenty of time to manipulate. I just really recommend thin coats because they don't self-level well at all. So here is a look at the finished mani. And here is a matte swatch photo under artificial lighting and a glossy swatch photo under artificial lighting. So next up is the red. This is Amel. I'm hoping that's how you say it. Really pretty. It's coming across a little bit more orange tone than it actually is. It kind of freaked my camera out a little bit. So I'll show you a brush shot. Really pretty. I feel like all the mattes have that glow, but this one is definitely my favorite. So here is one coat of Amel on my natural nail. This one has a really smooth and easy formula, and I found that it did self-level a little bit. So here is one easy coat. It did kind of roll down my brush, so that's something to watch out for. I'll let that dry and then come back in for a second coat. So here is the second coat of Amel. And this is going to bring it completely opaque. I feel like you maybe could get away with one coat if you really wanted to. I love this one top coated as well. So here is a look at the finished matte mani. And here is my matte swatch under artificial lighting and my glossy swatch under artificial lighting. Next up is Iris. This is the purple of the 2015 collection. I feel like this is maybe right in between Harlow and Savita, so I'll show you a brush shot. It's a very pretty dark plum jewel tone color, so I'll show you hot swatches on my nail. Here is one coat of Iris on my natural nail. This one has another really easy formula. So maybe not quite as opaque as the others, so I will be coming back in for a second coat. Here is the second coat of Iris. And this is going to bring it completely opaque. This is one of the polishes that I actually preferred more matte than I did glossy. Here is a look at the finished matte mani. And here is my matte swatch photo under artificial lighting. And my glossy swatch photo under artificial lighting. So next up is Honor. This is the green of the 2015 collection. This is a little bit lighter and brighter than Verushka. So I'll show you a brush shot. I feel like these may be even more sparkly than the matte collection from last year. So I'll show you hot swatches on my natural nail. This is one coat of Honor. This is another I feel like you could get away with one coat if you wanted to by doing a really thick coat. I'm keeping it nice and thin today, so I will be coming back in for a second coat. So here is the second coat of Honor. I'm just going to deepen it up a little bit, make sure my edges are nice and clean. Here's a look at the finished matte mani. And here is my matte swatch photo under artificial lighting. And my glossy swatch photo under artificial lighting. So big difference, it's beautiful glossy. Lastly is Yves. This is the blue of the 2015 collection. This is another that glows. This is probably my second favorite. So I'll show you a brush shot. Beautiful dark pigmented polish. It has a really great formula, so I'll show you how it swatches. Here is one coat of Yves on my natural nail. This one did try to run down my brush a bit, so be mindful of that. But other than that, this is another one that you could get away with one coat if you'd like to. I'm going to do two today, so I'll let that dry and then come back in for a second coat. Here is the second and final coat of Yves. Such a beautiful, like, Christmassy blue. I hate to say it, but being from Texas, this really reminds me of the Dallas Cowboys blue. So really metallic and gold and really pretty. It looks like a dark navy from far away. So here is a look at the finished matte mani. And here is my matte swatch photo under artificial lighting. And my glossy photo under artificial lighting. So that rounds out Zoya's Winter Holiday 2015 Matte Velvet collection. If you'd like to see more photos or macros, you can visit my blog at sloppyswatches.wordpress.com. I will try to have a comparison post of some of the similar colors from last year up as soon as I can. You can also find me on Instagram at sloppyswatches. So thanks so much for watching, guys. See you next time.